You wake up at 4 a.m. Not for a gym sesh, not for a Red Bull run. You wake up to get mentally destroyed in the name of honor. Welcome to being a samurai. Sounds low-key amazing on paper, right? The sword, the drip, the whole aesthetic. Bro, you got absolutely played. Being a samurai was basically signing up for the world's worst subscription service. No free trial, no cancel button, no refunds. The second you're born into a samurai family, your whole life is already mapped out. No career quiz, no vibe check. Your dad just looks at you, nods slowly and decides, yep, this one's gonna bleed for Japan. By age 5, while regular kids are outside having the time of their lives, you're being forced to sit completely still for hours on end. Not as punishment, as training. Your legs are asleep, your soul is halfway to the afterlife, and your dad calls it discipline. At 7, the real nightmare begins. Welcome to the dojo, where comfort is a foreign language. Your sensei looks at you like you personally disrespected his entire bloodline. Your first lesson, not how to fight, how to sit. Hours locked in Caesar position until your legs feel like wet noodles someone left out overnight. The older students make it look effortless. You look like you're slowly being absorbed into the floor. Our sensei watches in complete silence. The silence is worse than the yelling. Then they finally hand you a wooden sword, called a bokken. This is your moment. This is where the warrior arc begins. You immediately drop it on your foot. Your sensei sighs so hard, he almost summons a natural disaster. Dropping your sword means squats until your legs fully give out. It's like the worst PE class ever invented. Except it never ends, there's no lunch break. Your teacher can literally split a fly in half with one swing. So maybe get it together. Winter training hits completely different when the dojo floor is basically a sheet of ice. Complaining about the cold? Not an option. That's not very samurai of you. You learn to meditate while your toes slowly turn into tiny frozen trophies nobody asked for. Full armor training is its own special kind of chaos. Imagine trying to throw hands inside a walking tin can that's also actively trying to suffocate you. That's Tuesday. Also, Thursday. Also basically every single day until further notice. At 13, you get your first real sword. Everyone treats it like this deeply spiritual, life-changing moment. Cool. Nobody, and I mean nobody, warns you about the maintenance. One microscopic spot of rust, and you've apparently dishonored 8 generations of your family tree. No pressure. First time you clean the blade, you slice your own palm open. Your sensei looks at the blood and goes, a bond with your weapon. You look at the blood and go, maybe we should have started with something safer, like origami, or literally anything else. Then comes mounted archery, which is exactly as unhinged as it sounds. You're firing arrows from a horse that clearly did not agree to any of this. Your sensei strokes his beard and drops some wisdom. The horse literally laughs at you. You're being clowned by livestock. By your mid-teens, you hit the genpuku ceremony. That's samurai for... Congrats. You're officially an adult. Here's twice the responsibility. 0 extra sleep, and a new name you didn't pick, new haircut, new identity, new levels of existential dread. Living the dream, King. They give you your full armor set for the first time. It weighs about as much as a pickup truck. Sitting down is now a 10-step process. Standing back up deserves its own championship belt. The craftsman calls it a perfect fit. You call it a hostage situation. First actual battle arrives. All that training, all those clean techniques you drilled for years, completely irrelevant. Real combat is just organized chaos with sharp objects. Your entire battle strategy collapses into one single goal. Try not to die while looking at least somewhat put together. You can only manage one of those at a time, by the way. Spoiler, it's usually just the first one. Looking put together is a luxury you cannot afford right now. Survive the battlefield, and now you get to deal with clan politics, which is basically high school drama, except everyone's strapped and keeping detailed score. Wrong bow angle? Political crisis. Pour tea incorrectly. Another crisis. Sit in the slightly wrong spot. Straight to crisis. Do not pass go. You start to realize the real enemy was never the rival clans. It was proper etiquette. You'd honestly rather get ambushed by armed warriors than attend another tea ceremony. Because in a fight, at least you know who's coming for you. Then the arranged marriage drops. Your future wife is the daughter of a neighboring clan's top warrior. Interesting. The catch, she is extremely skilled with a naginata. Your first dinner together is less romantic and more a quiet, mutual assessment of each other's threat level. You decide to have flawless table manners. Permanently, forever. No exceptions. This is non-negotiable. Somehow, you get promoted. Now 20 samurai are staring at you like you've got some genius master plan locked and loaded. You absolutely do not. Your entire leadership strategy is look confident while internally losing it. It works every time. You become legendary. You're terrified. One battle, your horse gets spooked by an actual butterfly, breaks your entire formation, and confuses the enemy so badly that you accidentally win. Completely unintentional chaos. They called it tactical brilliance. You nodded slowly and accepted the compliment. Fake it till you make it. Samurai edition. Now you're training the next generation. Remember all those deep, cryptic proverbs your sensei used to hit you with? You're fully making yours up on the spot now. The bamboo that bends is more bendy than the one that doesn't. They're writing it down. You're internally screaming. Age starts creeping up on you like a ninja with a long-standing personal grudge. That legendary sword swing now comes with a complimentary back spasm. You don't call it slowing down. You call it strategic energy conservation. You've earned that spin. Respect the process. Young hotshots keep stepping up to challenge you. Big mistake. While they're busy showing off footwork they've been drilling since breakfast, you end the whole thing in one perfectly timed move. Their jaw drops. You hit them with the most mysterious sensei face you've got and say something vague about bamboo. They eat it up every time. Your greatest victory doesn't happen on any battlefield. It happens in a council meeting, where you prevent an entire war by casually dropping embarrassing stories about everyone's grandfathers. Turns out, strategic blackmail via tea ceremony mishaps is the most powerful weapon you ever picked up. One quiet morning, they find you in your garden. Peaceful. Sword across your lap. Finally nailing that perfect Caesar posture that wrecked you at age 7. Took an entire lifetime. But hey, you stuck the landing. Better late than never, honestly. Your final lesson to your students has nothing to do with combat or swordsmanship or ancient battlefield tactics. It's just this. The secret to being a great samurai isn't mastering the blade. It's surviving long enough to figure out that most problems don't actually need one. So yeah? Being a samurai was brutal training. Constant pain, zero work-life balance, the permanent threat of dishonoring your bloodline over a slightly tilted teacup. But honestly, the armor did go crazy hard. Follow for more history that actually slaps.